I'm Charles Danby, and this is Clem.
Yes. You do realise we've been married nearly 10 years next Thursday week on Monday.
British actress who brought Shirley Valentine to the world has passed away.
I will miss her laughter most of all. The world has lost a great actress, but I've lost the love of my life. These heartbreaking words from veteran British actor John Alderton capture the profound grief of losing someone who was not just his wife of nearly 6 decades, but his best friend, closest confidant, and the heart of their home. Today we take you inside the extraordinary love story that began in the late 1960s and continued until Pauline Collins' final peaceful moments, surrounded by family in their London home. This isn't just a story about the passing of an Oscar-nominated actress. It's a tale of enduring love that transcended Hollywood glamour and became something far more precious. The entertainment world fell silent this week as news broke that Pauline Collins, the star who brought the unforgettable Shirley Valentine to life, had passed away at the age of... According to a statement from her family, Collins died peacefully at her London home on Tuesday, surrounded by those who loved her most. For fans worldwide, this marked the end of an era, the loss of an actress whose warmth and authenticity had touched hearts across generations. But for one man, the loss was immeasurably deeper. In a deeply personal statement shared with The Guardian, 84-year-old John Alderton revealed the magnitude of his grief in words that have resonated with anyone who has ever loved and lost. Their story wasn't just about shared screen time or industry accolades. It was about something far more fundamental, a connection that remained unbreakable for nearly 6 decades. Pauline wasn't just my wife, Alderton said, his voice filled with emotion. She was my best friend, my closest confidant, and the heart of our home. These weren't just words for the press. Those who knew the couple personally have often spoken about the rare authenticity of their bond, how they moved through the notoriously fickle entertainment industry, not as 2 separate stars, but as a united force, supporting each other through every triumph and challenge. Their love story began where many great British theatrical romances have, in the vibrant theater scene of 1960s London. It was a time of creative revolution, and they found themselves at the center of it, young, talented, and ambitious. They quickly recognized in each other not just professional compatibility, but a deeper resonance that would ultimately span a lifetime. No, honestly, from the moment I met her, I knew she was extraordinary, Alderton recalled, the memory still vivid despite the decades that have passed since that first meeting. She had this incredible warmth that filled every room she walked into. This wasn't hyperbole or the kind of polished sentiment often heard in celebrity interviews. Those who worked with Collins throughout her illustrious career consistently noted this same quality, an authentic warmth that made everyone around her feel valued and seen. On stage or on set, she was fearless, honest, instinctive, and endlessly compassionate, Alderton continued. People were drawn to her because she made everyone feel seen. It was this rare ability to connect, both with audience members and with colleagues, that helped propel Collins from her early television appearances to international stardom. But while the world came to know her through roles in beloved productions like Upstairs, Downstairs and Thomas and Sarah, Alderton knew a different woman, one whose greatest performances often took place when the cameras weren't rolling. She was funny in a very natural way, he shared, a momentary smile breaking through his grief. Even in difficult times, she'd find something to smile about. This quality, finding light in darkness, wasn't just part of her personal charm. According to Alderton, it was the secret ingredient that made her performances so powerful and enduring. I think that's what made her performances so powerful. She understood people, the joy and sadness in them, because she had that depth in her. For many in their generation of performers, success often came at the cost of personal happiness. The entertainment industry's demands frequently strained relationships to breaking points, with long separations and the pressures of public scrutiny taking their toll. Yet somehow, Collins and Alderton managed to defy these odds, building not just successful individual careers, but a partnership that strengthened rather than fractured under the spotlight. They married in 1969, and while they continued to pursue their separate artistic journeys, they also found ways to bring their professional and personal lives into harmony. Over the years, they appeared together in numerous productions, including the BBC's Thomas and Sarah, a spin-off of the popular Upstairs Downstairs, and the ITV sitcom that further endeared them to British audiences. But it was their behind-the-scenes dynamic, a relationship built on mutual respect, shared humor, and unwavering support, that truly set them apart in an industry known for its fleeting connections. While Collins found success in a variety of roles throughout her career, it was her portrayal of Shirley Valentine, the dissatisfied housewife who finds herself and her joy during a life-changing trip to Greece, that would become her most iconic performance. The role earned her an Oscar nomination and a Golden Globe win, propelling her to international fame and securing her place in cinema history. For Alderton, watching his wife step into this career-defining role was a source of immense pride. That role was written for her spirit, he explained with characteristic insight. Shirley was brave, searching, full of life, and that was Pauline. She gave everything she had to that part, and the world loved her for it. Indeed, what made Collins' portrayal of Shirley Valentine so compelling wasn't just her technical skill as an actress, but the authentic humanity she brought to the character. Audiences didn't just watch Shirley's journey, they felt it deeply, recognizing in her struggles and triumphs something of their own lives and dreams. This ability to touch audiences on such a profound level didn't come from nowhere. According to those who knew her best, it stemmed from Collins' genuine curiosity about people and her natural empathy, qualities that made her not just a brilliant performer but also a beloved wife, mother, and grandmother. Born in Exmouth in 1940, Collins' early life was far from the glamour of Hollywood. Raised near Liverpool, she initially pursued a career as a teacher before her love of performance led her to acting. This background, rooted in the authentic experiences of everyday life rather than the rarefied world of entertainment, gave her performances a grounded quality that resonated with audiences. Her journey into acting began modestly, with a small role as a nurse in the TV series Emergency Ward 10. From there, she steadily built her career through a combination of talent, determination, and the kind of genuine warmth that made directors and fellow actors eager to work with her again and again. Her film debut came in 1966 with Secrets of a Windmill Girl, where she played a fictional dancer in London's famous Windmill Theatre. After establishing herself through various stage roles, she leveraged her authentic Liverpool accent to land a leading role in The Liverbirds in. But it was through acting that she found something even more precious than professional success. She met John Alderton, the man who would become her lifelong partner. Their marriage in 1969 marked the beginning of not just a personal union but a creative one as well. Together they raised 3 children, Nicholas, Kate, and Richard, building a family life that remained their shared priority despite the demands of their careers. Collins continued to build her impressive body of work throughout the 1970s and 1980s, with memorable performances in Upstairs, Downstairs, and No, Honestly. But it was her portrayal of Shirley Valentine that would cement her place in cinema history. The journey of Shirley Valentine, from dissatisfied housewife to a woman rediscovering her joy and purpose, resonated with audiences worldwide. Collins first played the role on stage at the Vaudeville Theatre in London in 1988, earning the Olivier Award for Best Actress. When she took the role to Broadway the following year, she swept every major award, including the prestigious Tony. The film adaptation, released in 1989, brought Shirley Valentine to an even wider audience and earned Collins both Oscar and BAFTA nominations, along with a Golden Globe win. It wasn't just a professional triumph, it was a role that, according to Alderton, captured something essential about Collins herself: her courage, her humanity, and her irrepressible spirit. As their careers evolved, Collins and Alderton continued to support each other through every professional challenge and triumph. They appeared together in numerous productions, with Alderton later noting that he had worked with Collins more than any other actor, a testament to both their professional chemistry and their desire to minimize the separations that often come with acting careers. Their on-screen collaborations included the popular period drama Upstairs, Downstairs, where Collins played a maid, and various other television and film projects that showcased their complementary talents. But it was their off-screen partnership, built on shared values, mutual respect, and genuine affection that truly defined their relationship. In later years, Collins continued to take on challenging and diverse roles. She appeared in the 2005 TV adaptation of Bleak House and the 2015 series Dickensian, demonstrating her range and continuing relevance as an actress. In 2012, she joined an all-star cast including Dame Maggie Smith and Michael Gambon in Quartet, once again proving her enduring appeal and versatility. Throughout these later career chapters, Alderton remained her most steadfast supporter, just as she had been his throughout their decades together. Their relationship modeled a kind of partnership rarely seen in the entertainment industry, one built not on public spectacle but on private devotion and shared purpose. In recent years, Collins had been living with Parkinson's disease, facing this final challenge with the same courage and dignity that had characterized her entire life. According to the family statement, she passed away peacefully in her London care home, surrounded by loved ones, a gentle conclusion to a remarkable life. In the wake of her passing, tributes have poured in from colleagues, fans, and fellow actors who were touched by Collins's work and character. But none has been more moving than Alderton's reflection on their life together and the void her absence leaves. "We shared everything," he said, the weight of nearly 60 years of memories evident in his voice. "Our work, our laughter, our children, our dreams. It's hard to imagine life without her." For Alderton, Collins' greatest legacy isn't found in her impressive list of awards or her iconic performances, but in the family they built together. She was a wonderful mother and grandmother, he shared with evident pride. "No matter how busy things got, she made sure our family stayed close. That's the gift she's left us. The love that holds us together." This sentiment was echoed in the family's official statement, which described Collins as warm, funny, generous, thoughtful, and wise, a woman who was always there for us. They thanked her caregivers for looking after her with dignity, compassion, and most of all love, noting that she could not have had a more peaceful goodbye. In a final, heartbreaking reflection, Alderton shared what he would miss most about the woman who had been by his side for most of his adult life. "I will miss her laughter most of all. The world has lost a great actress, but I've lost the love of my life." These words, simple, direct, and profoundly moving, capture the essence of a love story that transcended the typical boundaries of celebrity relationships. In an industry often characterized by its transience and superficiality, Collins and Alderton built something rare and precious, a partnership that endured, evolved, and deepened through nearly 60 years of shared life. As fans worldwide remember Pauline Collins for her unforgettable performances, from The Searching Shirley Valentine to her roles in Upstairs, Downstairs, Quartet, and beyond, those closest to her remember something even more valuable: her humanity, her kindness, and her extraordinary capacity for love. In asking us to remember her at the height of her powers, so joyful and full of energy, her family has invited us to celebrate not just the actress but the woman, someone whose warmth and authenticity touched everyone fortunate enough to know her. For John Alderton, the journey ahead will be unlike any he has faced before. A life without the woman who has been his constant companion, collaborator, and soulmate for nearly 6 decades. But in the love they shared and the family they built, Collins has left behind a legacy that will continue to sustain and inspire him, even in her absence. In the end, theirs is not just a story about fame or artistic achievement, but about something far more universal and enduring: the extraordinary power of love to transform, uplift, and endure, even beyond the final curtain call. If you've been moved by this story of enduring love and remarkable talent, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more in-depth looks at the extraordinary lives and legacies of entertainment's most beloved figures. Share your own memories of Pauline Collins and her iconic performances in the comments below, and join us in celebrating a life well lived and a love story for the ages.